All right, fellas, welcome in. Due to this freaking website work, 1 second. There's a way I want to present this video because it works. Can you guys hear me? The way I want to present this video in a particular way is because it works. Due to the utter sass, if you will, of a few viewers giving me the Jihaad Campbell treatment of sass. And, I remember a week and change ago, he was like, hey, Jihaad Campbell, get him out. Boom, boom, boom. Then I put out a post. I was like, boom, let this set off. Y'all, give me guys who y'all want me to do. Pause. And then was able to get a lot done for God Jihaad Campbell because not that there's an issue with linebackers. It's just that linebackers are hard to assess because you really have to know their game plan. You really have to know what their assignment is, and a lot of the times you don't know what it is because a lot of the times with the linebacker's role, it's 100% reading a gap, reacting to said gap to where everything is cerebral. So unless we've done a Demetrius Knight video. I don't know if I've gotten it out. I know I've recorded it. I don't know if I've gotten it out yet. He shows a lot of great things going left to right, laterally. So I look at what Luke Kuechly does. What does Luke Kuechly do? What does Luke Kuechly does that's different? Luke Kuechly is not the most athletic linebacker of all time. He's actually far from it. What does Bobby Wagner do very, very well that separates him? And Fred Warner, it's cerebral. It is all play recognition, and it's all knowing and understanding where the play is going to go before the play happens. That is what sets the edge, and so you have to understand the role of the linebacker and really understand how fast he is actually dialing up the play in which that he is about to make. Like, how fast is he actually dialing up? Sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. And so that's why with linebacker, it's very hard to assess it, at least for me. Maybe one day when we go big, when we go large, and I take all of y'all with me, we can have some of these linebackers, kind of walk us through the film. Maybe that'll be a future Patreon thing that we start to do. That'd be freaking awesome. I get into these calls with these players themselves, and we talk over what they're seeing, what they're watching. That's the future, but I need the views. Not afraid of it. In 2022, we got a grade of 29.8, played only 2 games, 12 defensive snaps in total. We don't care about that year. 2023, 13 games played, 532 defensive snaps, 6 missed tackles, 7 missed tackles in 2024, 13 games played, 781 defensive snaps, 89 tackles. What is that? Over 100 tackles combined. So we like that. Run defense graded at 81 for linebackers. 80 plus is where I would love to have you. Pass rush grade, it's so irrelevant because you're not at the edge every single time going to get the quarterback. You're not there enough unless you do have that certain rule. Oh, what's his name? He plays for the freaking Jacksonville Jaguars. Linebacker. Frick. South Carolina, I think. It was an SEC team. I can't remember. Anyways, Devin Lloyd. Holy moly. Look at that. On the freaking brim. Devin Lloyd, he was a guy that showed it on the edge so often and effectively to where we take his pass rush grade to where it's at. But I'm trying to think of another guy, but I can't think of one on the fly. We don't really judge a linebacker on how they pass rush grade because we would rather judge them on a blitz, which is very, very different. That is the ability to show that you're not coming most of the time. On a late blitz or on a timely blitz, or a disguise type blitz. That's different from pass rush grade. So run defense grade, once again, that's something that we love. Average depth of run tackle at a 3.3. Coverage stops 31st. Wow. Do we have a coverage? We have a coverage grade at 80.2. Missed tackle rate at a 5.9%. Um, this is pretty awesome. Coverage stops. He is first. Touchdowns allowed, 1. Interceptions, 1. Him to have only 1 touchdown allowed is pretty awesome. Let's check him out. I really didn't have any expectations while I'm cutting it up. I see he's around the ball quite a bit. Let's see how long the film is. The film itself is 7 minutes, so he's around the ball enough for us to have 7.5 minutes of him making some type of impact. I do know with linebackers, sometimes the play comes to them to where you can only see some things about them, their aggression, their strength, how they finish that play. You don't really see anything cerebral because, like I said, the play is coming to them, and then they kind of just make a play off of it. You can only see the intangibles, I guess, within that frame. But on blitzes, on tosses, for them to hit the alley, how fast they can play rec, all that stuff, that is what we want to see. Linebacker size doesn't really matter whatsoever. Can he be dominant? And let's get on here. Number 11 right here. Here he is pointing to the way, the play. Those are things that you want to see for sure. And then them be right. Look at them. Yeah, the play was to the right, and then he cut it up a little bit. There he is. Sees a pulling guard. Damn. Likes to finish the play. Aggression. Shooting the alley right here. Being patient. Getting to the quarterback. Delivering the hit. Being the deliverer. Being the thumper. That calls for forced fumbles. That calls for guys to... that quarterback may not want to deliver the blow or to take on those hits any further. Also, this is a Vanderbilt game, and I picked this game because this game he had the most action. But if y'all remember, Vanderbilt did win this game. So, and I try to include as much as I could that showed as much of Jihaad Campbell as possible. I am not trying to show him in a bad light or anything. I don't know how this goes. I just remember that the PFF grade is not very good. I'm just saying that off rip right now, but I don't really remember what I cut up either. Everything's education. Everything is education. So here's right here. Boom. Nice tackle. Wraps up the legs. Gets there. Here he is reacting. Very patient. Takes on the guard. Oh, that was even him. My fault. Good tackle number 4. Here he is. In the middle. Oh. Right here. This is always tough. Because sometimes the reaction is to kind of catch the ball carrier here. You don't really want to go in and dive super low because then that can just make them torpedo them to go up. You do want to kind of catch them and try to bring them down. But the running back being super low here and you know Jihaad not moving his feet, he wasn't able to stonewall him when you catch. When you have that catch type of tackle, you got to stonewall him with your legs. So it's okay to not be like to not really go in and shoot right here to where he sets up his hips. He's like, okay, that's fine. My height weight's bigger at this point in weight. At this point in time, my weight should be able to help me enough. But you got to move your legs. He catches him beautifully. You kind of want to come back at this point down and drag him down. Or you just want to move your feet, stonewall him. But the feet kind of stop right here. and you see the feet of my running back. You see his feet are stopped, and the running back just keeps going with his feet. And of course, he gets a little bit of help. That's a tough play for Jihaad Campbell. I'm not saying this is his fault in any stretch of the imagination. That's a tough play for him. Not sure how many linebackers make that play. Not sure how if Luke Kuechly actually stonewalls him. That's a tough play. That's a tough hit from a running back. I'm not exactly sure who the Vanderbilt running back is, but that was a tough hit. So not saying that's a negative on Jihaad. I'm just saying, we got to put that in there. We got to put that in there. For whatever reason, I don't know if there are any linebackers that make that play. Y'all let me know in the comments. Here he is right here. Once again, pointing to the play where it's going. Gets to the ball carrier. And that's just what I like with linebackers. From where they're at, their depth, if they can get to the ball carrying below. And what I mean by that is, look and see where you see where he is right here. He's at pretty much at the 4-yard depth of the ball. Line of scrimmage is right here. He's like 4 yards deep. So if you can make the play 4 yards and below that, which he kind of does. No, he kind of gives up 2 yards. You can make it within that 4 yards. You won in my book. But from where he was at to what he had gained, that's damn near 6 yards. If you win at 4 yards under. I see it as like a gambling way. Beautiful. Good eyes right here. Good play recognition. So he's understanding rhythm. He's not going to point his guys in the wrong direction. So whatever it is, it's going to be to the right. So he sees it this way. Understand something. And we have 13 as well, pointing inside as well. Look at him, kind of shut everything down. This was all meant for him. It was all meant for number 11 and number 0. Is that who this is? Because if you look at it, everything is east and west. Everything is east and west. They need 11 and 0 to go east and west. Why? Because at the end of the day, they cut it up south or north, however you want to see this, and there's Jihaad Campbell, shuts it down immediately. Good stuff. If Jihaad Campbell was too aggressive, not paying attention, bad eyes, that could be a touchdown. Here he is at the line of scrimmage. Nothing really. I don't think he needed to seal the edge there. Oh, why my shins hurt. Oh. Alright, here he is. Slow playing it. Oh, we got some trickery. Go and get it. Go and get it. Okay. So when you have some type of chaos, mayday, BS like this, as long as it's not a reception, I'm cool with it. Or of course, it's not positive yards, I'm cool with it. But if somehow you make a play there, that's crazy. Like a sack. But that running back kind of did its thing to kind of throw it out of bounds. There he is making the play before his depth. There he is at 4 yards, coming up kind of short. Now, boom. Not really in there, but there. There he is. Nice. I kind of want him to, get these. I mean, that's not bad. I mean, this is a way better angle. You never want to have these fat boys. No disrespect. I mean that proudly. I mean that in a beautiful way. Fat boys I mean that respectfully. You never want them hogged up on you. I'm just kidding. You want this certain impact that Jihaad does with number 54. Bop kind of impacts him a little bit, kind of gets off of him to disengage, and then to kind of, wrap him up. You want to see it in a different way to where 54 gets to his landing spot before Jihaad. Jihaad was kind of able to beat him with a certain angle to the landing point to where if you want to see where 54 gets there, settles down, waits for Jihaad, powers, and then see how Jihaad plays with that. But that was good by Jihaad to kind of slow play it. I think he has a rep in here where he shoots the alley, and it is beautiful. I could be wrong. I think it's at the end of the game. I could be wrong. Here he is. Man, on this loop, on this wheel route. Good. I mean, any type of wheel route like this, in some way, this is the trick play, guys. Like, this is the play that they're trying to get you messed up in. I mean, a wheel route, it's always that way because it's always alone. So where if it's just one guy not paying attention, it's a touchdown. So that's really good that, Jihaad is, on a blitz. He's faithful to his game where he needs to be. Understands he doesn't need to be a playmaker. Trusts his teammate. Here he is again. So playing it. Let's see what gap's his responsibility. It looks like he's looking at this B gap. Looks like my running back cups it up to the A because, yeah, we have a 3-tech there. Oh, and then we have a monster. That's what we called him, but it was just a down blocker or an edge just coming here to seal it right here. So cuts everything down. And so, yeah, Jihaad just needs to fit it right here in this B gap right where he is. I mean, it's a little tough, so just a safer route. You kind of want him to kind of be, let me look at it from a different angle. I kind of want him to be reckless and just shoot it and just like be disgusting and just, but it shifted very fast. I see it actually. It shifts very fast. Yeah, if he hit it too quickly, he could have missed it. Yeah. Yeah. No, he did great. That's my stupidness. Because it kind of looks like it's coming right. He can take it to the right or the left. And then just, yeah, no. That was good. Good job, Jihaad. I can correct myself. I can over critique and be like, no, you're tripping. There he is again, around the ball. This is all the same drive, you can tell. Able to evade that fullback, getting his shoulder in there. I mean, he's big too. Here he is assessing the play. Quarterback's running. Look at him take off. Look at that speed. Show me yes, this way. Look at him. Eyes on the quarterback. Let's slow it down, baby. Eyes on the quarterback. Eyes on the ball. Lets it go. Sees the quarterback taking off. Look at him on a horse, bro. Very fast. Good stuff, Jihaad. Got some neighbors moving. There he is. Slow assessing it. He was looking at that pulling tight end. Or looking at the quarterback for a bit, but like I said, we're not understanding the role pre-snap, so it's hard to assess if they're late or if they're early, why they're late, why they're early, stuff like that. Is that him? That is him. Look at him just out here. When you have if you see immediate option, I mean, when the team is known for the option, when the team is known for speed outs, when there are speed runs or whether it be floods or anything where it's a boot out quick and you have certain coverages to your side, whether it be a man, which is mostly what it is. Let's see. Usually man is what allows these certain rules because there's no zone that needs to be protected. And it looks as if they're pretty manned out. And so what happens is when there's a speed run The linebacker, it could be linebacker, nickel. Just depends on the formation. But this receiver made it a nickel out there, so it's linebacker to where, or edge. Edge is out here playing too, so edge can out here and crash on the quarterback. That's what it kind of happens, but not really. And the linebacker, where Jihaad is, takes on this running back beautifully, which is probably more than likely his role. This edge could have been late to the party. But not only does he take on the running back, but he also takes on the quarterback beautifully. And we'll see it better from the other view. Once again, when you have these certain rules with speed outs or options and anything quick that's moving outwardly that looks like it could be a pitch play or anything option, and you able to dial it up and assess it as a run, which this is, and you're in man, you shut everything down fast. And this looks like a immediate blitz as well, actually. So this probably not even rules. He's immediately going, or he's just prepared. Like I said, you don't know. This could be preparation. This could be a dialed up blitz. Because then where is he to go? Is he going quarterback on a blitz, or is he to go to the running back upfield shoulder? So when is he adjusting? Is he adjusting now because he understands it's a pass and he's not going to get there in time? So I just want to know what his thought process is. Is he now, he's going to, he has outside contain. He sees that it's a pass. He's able to take on the block of this running back, still going, outside contain, gets there, pushes the quarterback. What the hell? They caught that still? That's nuts. So like I said, just wanting to know exactly what his rules are there is what I want to know. Here's once again, slow playing it. Oh no. Let's see what happens here. Once again, we don't know what his rules are, but he has a 3 tech right here in his A gap, so B gap is more than likely where he is to go, but let's see where the 3 tech ends. 3 tech just goes vertical, so yeah, protects that A. And so has 22 here. And just a pitch right here. This might be Jihaad's fault, but it's something that's not prevalent. Or like, where's 23? That's where 13 is. Where's Jihaad's eyes? He sees 68 pulling. No, Jihaad needs to be on quarterback. I don't think so. You know what I think it actually might be on? When there's a pulling tight end, you usually have that edge that's able to just blow it up when someone's pulling. I wonder if this tight end is supposed to get blown the frick up by the edge usually. I don't know. Set the edge. I don't know. Once again, we don't know the rules. It's just a guessing game. We don't know who's in trouble. That's just a big play. We have to know what they're in, what their assignments are, what they're supposed to be looking at, what they're coached. But fortunately, you don't get that really a lot when you're assessing linebackers. Here he goes on a blitz. Boom! How you doing? But once again, is this play recognition? Is this a pattern? Is he supposed to be in zone? Is him just shooting the gun? I want to know, because he shoots this A gap perfectly. Sorry, boys. Not the greatest timing. So here's our center. Here's our A gap. This is a front A gap. This is a backside A gap. It's a B gap. See where he ends up. Yeah, just right there at that A. Boom. Just shoot it. Is that DC or is that Jihaad? Is that the DC or is that JC? Jihaad Campbell. Here we go. Slow playing it. Nice. I thought he had a game. I thought he had a play where he shoots the alley and he does like something incredible. Maybe it was a different linebacker. My fault. There he is. Boom. Nice. How you doing? I like these. Here's a nice build. Here he is protecting that B. Now the A. Boom. Stands him up. Brings him down. He has a good presence with his tackling. Here's right here. Nice. Getting to the quarterback here. Slow playing it. Getting to his point. Beautiful. Here he is right here. Get him. Oh, no. No. That's how we end it. There he is. You're just mirroring the guy. Get off the block. Get on him. That's how we got to end it, boys. Jihaad Campbell. I like him. I do. Let me see something that's important. Hold on, fellas. I'll let you know when I see it or don't see it. I don't see it. I was going to check to see if he had a C, a captain on his chest. For my middle linebackers, I prefer it. Definitely says something. It says you're crazy, but you're also a leader. Don't see it. That doesn't mean that he's not a leader at all. I just like to see it. Let's see what trends he has. A lot of Cowboys, man. Cowboys are out here doing these mock drafts. I see it in the second round. If you guys want to really invest in a high 12th pick where something valuable drops to you guys, whether it be a Luther Burden, whether it be something astronomically crazy like a Mason Graham, whether it be an opportunity for you guys to go up to get a quarterback with that 12th pick, you're going to need to give up your second round pick to where there's valuable something in getting a Jihaad Campbell for, say the whatever team you get, Raiders or something like that. Raiders could use a linebacker. So I like them. The Buccaneers, I can see it as well. Levante David, I don't know if he's going to be back for another one. He looks like he could be for if he gets healthy and has the wherewithal to. He played at a high level this past season. The Falcons, I would rather him not go there for some reason. I don't want to see him there. I think Jihaad Campbell, I think a lot of Alabama linebackers, what's important, and Georgia linebackers, honestly, what's important to note with them is their greatness is still hingent on their surroundings. Like, some linebackers can't be great even if they have great surroundings. Even if they have a phenomenal 3-tech and an incredible edge, they can't make those aisle decisions, those gap decisions off those two dominant gaps that you know are going to get one most of the time, and him to have that third option and him to be wrong or him to miss tackles or him to just not make certain plays where certain linebackers are supposed to make. And that needs to be noted. That's why a lot of times you see good linebackers in college not translate to as great in the pros, because their surroundings. he doesn't have a phenomenal three techs is able to take on a lot of double blocks to where he can kind of come up and make a decision to go, front A gap or B gap, to where it's tougher. Where he's now, when he comes up to make a tackle, he now has his own teammate in his chest, and now everything's getting blown back. He can't see anything. Linebacker is so tough to assess. I try to tell you guys once again. Linebacker is a tough cookie to assess. That's why most of the guys that you see make it in the first round, or most of the guys you see. Hold on a second. Are we still recording? I think we are. Yeah, we are. Most of the guys you see in the first, most of the guys you see are these freakish specimens, or these guys with these like 200 tackle seasons, or like the Luke Kuechly's, where he is a north to south genius, cerebral, athletic enough, nuts. And as you've seen it over the past years, the linebacker position, it is the unfortunate running back position of the defensive side. So many guys can do your job. Ivan Pace Jr. for the Vikings, he was either a 7th round or an undrafted linebacker, and he's a starter for the Vikings now. It's a position that's just like, unless you're like Demetrius Knight, who can't end up in the first round, unless you're like a Quay Walker, you're just a physical freaking monster of a beast. It's hard to assess where you're actually valued. So Jihaad Campbell could be like a 6th rounder at the end of the day, even though I think he could be a 2nd rounder. But it has to be in the pro scout agenda of like, yeah, this is an Alabama linebacker, but he is great on the pieces that are around him. How great is he when certain players have injuries? How great stuff like that has to go into account. So hate to overtalk it, but had to over clarify with linebackers because it's so tough. I don't know if I sound negative or positive with him. I hope I don't sound negative at all, or I hope I don't sound positive. I don't try to sound either. Try to sound honest. I'm not trying to sound negative or positive. Just try to be honest. So let me know in the comments. See you in the next one.